In our notes for today, we're still writing equations for exponential functions, specifically with word problems. And in all of today's problems, our growth rate is a percent. This makes things a little bit different because if I have exponential growth, then to find my b value, I know it's going to be greater than 1 because things are increasing. To find that b value, we take whatever that growth rate is and we add it to 100%. So now when I'm writing my equation, instead of a times b to the x, I have to do some work to find out what b is. To find b, I do 1, which is our 100%, plus whatever the growth rate is. If I have exponential decay, then I know things are decreasing. My b value should be less than 1. In this case, we subtract whatever our growth rate is from 100%. So now my formula here looks like a times 1 minus r to the x power. And this stuff in parentheses is still my b value. We just have to do a little bit more work to find out what that b value is. So we're going to do 4 examples together, and then you have a ton to practice. So here's our first one. The population of an animal species decreases at a rate of 3.5% per year. There are currently 80 animals in the habitat we're studying. So my first thing I'm going to look at is this growth or decay. And they're telling me that my animal species is decreasing, so I know that's decay. Now I'm going to fill in all those parts of the formula that I need. So A is my initial value. We currently have 80 animals in our habitat. R is the rate that we are increasing or decreasing. And for this one, we are decreasing at 3.5% per year. I want to write that as a decimal, not as a percent. So to turn that into a decimal, I just need to move my decimal point 2 places. So as a decimal, R is 0.035. So now to find B, because this is decay, I'm going to do 1 minus that 0.035. And what I get here is like I should have grabbed a calculator first. 1 minus 0.035 is 0.965. So now I need to put my equation together. It's going to look like y equals my a value is 80, my b value is 0.965, and this is still to the x power. So our follow-up question asks, how many animals will there be in 6 years? So that tells me my x value is 6. So I substitute that into my equation. And now I just have to plug that into my calculator. 80 times 0.965 to the 6th power is 64.6. So to answer the question, how many animals will there be in 6 years, I'm not going to have 0.6 of an animal, but I can say there will be approximately 65 animals in 6 years. Okay, for our next one. Now we have a baseball card bought for $50 is appreciating in value by 3% each year. If we are appreciating in value, that means it's increasing. So this is a growth problem. My initial value, well, I bought it for $50, and I'm increasing by 3% each year. So my R is 3%. I need to turn that into a decimal. So right now, my decimal would be right here. I need to move that over 2 spaces. So I end up with an R value of 0.03. To find B, because this is a growth problem, I'm going to take 1 and I'm going to add it to that 0.03. So my B value is 1.03. To put my equation together, I've got y equals initial value of 50. Growth factor is 1.03 to the x power. Now they're asking, follow-up question, what will the value of the card be in 5 years? So that tells me my x value is 5. So I've got 50 times 1.03 to the 5th power. And when I plug all of that into my calculator, I get 57.96. Well, I get 57.963737. It goes on for a while. But I know I'm talking about money because it's the value of a baseball card. So I can say the card will be worth $57.96. All right, for our 2 examples on the back. These are not scaffolded the same way the other ones are. They don't have a spot for you to fill in. Is it growth or decay? What's A? What's B? But you should still be doing that on your own when you're doing these problems. You want to mark down all that information before you start putting your equation together. So we've got a new truck that sells for $29,000. It depreciates in value by 12% each year. They want us to write a function that models the value of the car and finds the value of the truck after 7 years. So I'm going to ask myself, is this growth or decay? Well, if I'm depreciating, that's decay. My initial value is $29,000. And we're decreasing by 12% each year. If I turn 12% into a decimal, that's 0.12. So to find my B value, because this is decay, I'm doing 1 minus 0.12. So my B value is 0.88? Yeah, 0.88. So now when I put my equation together, I have y equals 29,000 times 0.88 to the x power. They're asking us to find the value after 7 years. So I'm going to take my equation, substitute a 7 where the x is, plug all of that into my calculator, and I get $7,229.28. This is money, so I rounded it to 2 decimal places. And I can say the truck is worth that $7,229.28. After, how many years was this? After 7 years. All right, last one. We have an investment of $75,000. It's increasing at a rate of 12.5% each year. Find the value of the investment after 30 years. So I'm going to ask myself, is this growth or decay? This one is growth. We are increasing. My initial value is $75,000. My rate is 12.5%. To make that a decimal, I move my decimal spot 2 spaces to the left. It turns into 0.125. To find B, this is growth. So I am adding that percent to 100. So my B value here is 1.125. To find the investment after 30 years, I'm going to put my equation together. So I have 75,000 times 1.125 to the x power. 30 years means my x value is 30. And calculator says after 30 years, we will have a lot of money. This one is $2,568,000 $247.87.